Happy Thursday, April 13th, 2023. I just got done mowing and I probably have stuff in my eyes. So if you zoom in, you can see the gunk. I'm gonna have a beer. It's actually my second beer. Usually I don't drink during the week, but you know, when it starts feeling like summertime and I gotta mow, a beer tastes pretty good. So I'm having the Big Wave. It's lightweight beer. It's only like 4.4% alcohol, I think. It's nothing strong. It's not some IPA. It's got a good flavor to it. Liquid Aloha, it says. Bottoms up. Let's ride that wave. It's good. Got my cigar. Look, it's got a little filler sticking out. A little piece. This cigar is an Olliv Master Blends 3 Maduro. I tend not to care for the Maduros that much. They're darker, but in the summertime when I'm mowing, I really like the Maduro flavor. I don't know what it is. Outside, holding it in my mouth while I'm mowing. I like the Maduros better. I like the Rocky Patel sun-grown Maduro. It's pretty good too. Those are kind of my go-tos. That and the Series V of Olliv, they're Maduro, but they're pretty good in the summertime when I'm mowing. Always gotta have a nice cold beer. Man, look, it matches my ring. Nice. So the topic I want to talk about today, it's kind of been running through my head. I've had several friends in the past 2 weeks and really just most recently reach out and just, I don't want to call it worry, but just a little bit of, not fear, maybe a little frustration, a little bit of doubt as far as what's happening. There are a lot of things to make us doubt and think that, you know, hey, is this going to work out? I mean, are the good guys going to win? I mean, that's the big concern. I don't know, you know, and so there's a lot of apprehension, I guess, as far as that goes. Crypto is, I mean, it looks like it wants to take off, but it's not. And, you know, we got bills to pay. We got things to, you know, it's like, is this crypto ever going to do something? Yeah, it feels like it's moving up and then it kind of lets us down, you know, and it's a rough period right now as far as the anticipation. It's a lot of teasing. We're waiting for that big pump, you know, where, oh yeah, it's going to go up. Especially in Litecoin, it's just sitting there in the 90s, and it doesn't want to break out. When it does, it does. That's what Litecoin does. So you got to be patient. I said this before, now is the time for survival. We've got to survive this. When the waves are crashing, don't let them take you under. Now is the time where we have to make it through. And we just have to, every day, just get through. Because we're watching a system collapse. We're watching a major transition. And there's a lot of fear involved with that. There's a great deal of apprehension because, you know, as much as all of us have, in the freedom movement, patriot movement, crypto movement, gold, silver movement, have said, that's it, collapse the whole thing. We're sick and tired of it. You know, it's garbage. It needs, the vampire casino needs to close. Take it down. Controlled demolition, you know, and like in Vegas, take the casino down. However, as it happens, you're like, whoa, okay, I didn't know it was going to be like this. Oh my goodness. You know, it's like standing next to that demolition and watching it. You're like, whoa, and it's a little fearful. It's a little scary, but we just got to get through it. And that's the main thing here. We just got to get through it. And trust me, I've got people reaching out to me saying, you know, what should I do? I got to pay the rent. You know, I'm short on cash. I'm gonna have to cash something in. What should I cash in? I mean, that's what we have these things for, though. That's why we have gold, silver, crypto, you know, assets, because it is a form of money. And that's the thing, I know we don't want to sell it because we understand, you know, the value of it and what the value in the new system it's going to represent as the injustices are righted. The sound money will take center stage and it will become very, very valuable and have a lot of purchasing power. So we don't want to use it right now. It's not time yet. Well, when's the time to use it? When you need it. And that's the beautiful thing. At least you're not tied up into an investment to where, I mean, I can't get my stocks out there locked up, or I've got a 401k, I'm gonna have to take a penalty or something, you know, or my retirement, I gotta take a penalty to do anything with it. Well, I need it now. It's my money and I need it now. I want it now. So it's good that we've got these liquid things available to us now. These things that are easily exchanged for whatever currency that we need. And whatever country we're in, it can be exchanged for a currency. Now that goes for crypto, that goes for gold, silver. I mean, these forms of money are very, as long as you're in the good ones. I mean, you know, if you're in some of these tokens, maybe not so much, but if you're in Bitcoin, Litecoin, you're fine. Very liquid, cash out anywhere, go into any currency that you want, and even pay people directly, they'll take it. So the adoption's there at a level to where you don't have to worry about it. You can cash out, you know, cash out. You can use it, and that's what it's for. That's why I say sound money for the digital age. We need to be in things that are sound, that we can use for the things we need, whether it's paying rent or buying a car. You know, whatever position we're in at that point, we'll be able to do that. And so if you fall on hard times, and thank God you've got something that you can cash out and take care of yourself and take care of your family right now. I mean, imagine being in, I'm just gonna go out. Flare those nostrils. Imagine being an illiquid asset that you can't get rid of. Oh, I put my money in a classic car. You know, I've got $30,000 wrapped up into it. And then you go to sell it. You're like, what am I going to get for it? I need it right now. Well, you might get the $30,000. You might get more, but then you're going to have to wait for it. You got to find the right person to buy it. Whereas if you're in a form of money, it's no big deal. The markets are strong and there's all kinds of buyers, all kinds of people that'll take that from you. $90 Litecoin, I'll take it. So be glad that you're in those types of assets, and don't feel bad if you need to use them. That's what it's there for. I mean, that's, you know, just to sit and hoard it and wait for a later day. Well, that later day may not come. I mean, I was thinking about my buddy. Every time I mow, I get emotional now. Every time I mow, I think about him, you know, because when I mow, a lot of thoughts go through my head. And he passed away last year in June, right before I had a meetup, and I'm just that week, and I'm just like, waiting for him to walk through the door, you know, like he'd done before. And we grew up together. We were from grade school, little kids, a lot of memories that go way back. And, you know, he just passed away. I mean, I don't want to get into the details, but yeah, he didn't go to the doctor. You know, he was kind of sick, and, you know, it just got too bad, and, you know, just boom, hit him. Very unexpected though. And I think about him a lot. And, you know, while I'm mowing, and I think he came from a farming family, still farmed. And we were talking a lot about, hey, you know, he was trying to buy with his brother some property and you know, and then just, you know, land, you know, buying this land and get into finance. I mean, you know, he's, you know, and just getting more land to farm. And, you know, because to him, that was an asset that, well, they don't make any more of it, you know, unless you're in Hawaii, you know, lava, volcanoes make it all the time. But, you know, here, it's like when you've got land, you can produce, and it can make you money, and it's a valuable asset. And so that's what he always knew. And that's what he put his energy into. But if you think about land, it's a very illiquid asset. I mean, you could be a millionaire sitting on a lot of dirt, but if you need money, you usually have to go to the bank and get a loan and use the land as collateral. Well, now you got the vampires involved. And if something goes bad, and just like, you know, he passed away, let's say, oh my gosh, you know, we needed his income. How are we going to make the payments on this land that we just got a bunch more land? And not that that's the case, I'm just theoretically, but, you know, leaves a wife and a couple kids behind. What are they going to do? You know, I got to make these payments. And we use this land as collateral. We use some of our existing land that we own outright as collateral. Well, what's going to happen now? Is the bank going to take it? Well, if you don't make the payments, that's what happens. See, when you make a deal with the bank, it's like dealing with the devil. They don't care. If you've got one payment left and you can't make it, they can take your stuff. I mean, that's the contract in blood that you sign. And if you just need, hey, I just need some rent money, you go to them and say, hey, can I get a line of credit? What if they say no? What if the banks are freezing? What if they're not issuing lines of credit and they're all dried up? What do you do then? Gosh, I got to make this payment. I can't make it. I'm going to lose stuff if I don't, you know, and it puts you in a bad situation. So be glad that you have the opportunity when you need the money, that you've got liquid assets like cryptocurrency, gold, silver. You can get rid of that stuff. That's what it's there for. And I mean, if you sit back and you think, oh, I'm going to save it up, I'm going to save it up, I'm going to save it up, you know, at some point, you can't take it with you. I mean, it's okay. I mean, if you're saving it for your children, I mean, you know, to build wealth, generational wealth, that's okay. But don't put yourself in a position where, you know, you live in squalor almost. I mean, you live like a pauper when you could live a little bit better and give your children a good life now. Instead of saying, hey, you'll get it when I'm gone. You know, when I'm gone, you can do what you want with it. Well, I mean, they want to spend time with you now. They don't want you worrying about the money all the time. If you've got some and you need to use it, then use it. And trust me, I'm in that situation. My daughter wants to go to college. Yeah, right? Of all things, you know, I'm college educated, you know, whatever. Teacher by trade. But right now, I don't think colleges offer a whole lot. There are some technical abilities and licenses if you're a dentist and eye doctor or something like that, to where it is doctors, you know, it is useful to get those skills, because you kind of have to get licensed and get permission to practice. Why are they always practicing? You know, it's like practice your whole life. When are you going to get it right? So, yeah, I've got a daughter who wants to go to school, and she'll do well, but I mean, I look at the price tag of it and I'm like, oh man, am I really paying for an education? I look at it as like I'm paying for networking. I'm paying for the ability for her to network with people and get connections. I'm building her Rolodex, let's say, dates me. Building her connections in that. And that's how I look at it, so I can kind of get over it that way. And she's saved up a lot of money for herself, and she's working really hard to make it happen. Because I'll pay for her college, but, you know, I'll send you to a community college for 2 years. Then you can transfer to, you know, another school to make it much more affordable. I can do that, and I'm okay with that. But she wants to go for 4 years and to a big university. And, I mean, you know, that's a tough one for me, being, you know, someone who knows what the college system's like, and it's just, you know, it's not worth the money. But you got to look at it from another perspective. Is it worth the ability to meet people who can, it's who you know. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. In my life, all my skills that I have, yeah, I've proven myself doing what I'm doing, but I happen to know the right person to get into this position so that I could prove myself. Otherwise, I'd have to prove myself somewhere else. And, you know, if every job I've gotten, it's pretty much because I've known somebody. And, you know, then it's up to you. But, you know, you don't get in the door unless you know somebody and have that network and those connections. So that's your most important asset in a lot of ways. It's kind of who you know and how you treat them and how well you're respected in that network. So, you know, you got to look at it that way too. But I had a comment, I won't say who said it, but someone said, kind of go along with the apprehension, you know, that a lot of people are feeling right now. Someone I know said that, what happens if everything, you know, my biggest fear is that everything's a lie. Everything is a lie. And if you think about it, what if everything is a lie? What if we've been lied to about everything, about our history, about religion? Everything is a lie just to control us. What if that's the case? You know, what if everything we believed in, that we've worked for, that we've prayed to, isn't there? It doesn't exist. Then what? My response was, you know what? There's always whiskey, cigars, and dogs. And to me, that kind of sums it up. You know what? A day like this, a beautiful day, I got done mowing and I'm just like, you know, it was a good day. It was a little frustrating because I had to work, you know, and I'm getting interrupted. But it was a good day because I got a lot accomplished. The dogs are over here chilling in the shade. I've got a beer, not whiskey tonight, and I've got my cigar. And you know what? To me, I'm enjoying the evening. All the stresses, I don't even care at this point because none of it exists. I'm not in there watching the news, not in there worrying about what crypto's doing. I don't care. And it's not like I'm independently wealthy and don't have to work and can sit back and enjoy life, you know, and it's like, oh, I got all this money rolling in. I don't. Got a daughter that wants to go to college for 4 years. I mean, trust me, it ain't easy. And so I'm okay though. I'm okay with that. And we all struggle in our own ways. And I look at it as, you know, There's always whiskey, cigars, and dogs, and you always have your thing. But to me, that's at the end of my days, that's where I want to be. So that's where I put myself now. I want to be able to enjoy a nice drink. Maybe it's a cup of wine, a glass of wine, cup of wine. See, I'm thinking red Solo cup. That's usually what I drink out of. But a glass of wine, you know, something to relax you. You know, and a cigar is not for everybody, but for me, it's relaxing. You know, I enjoy it, and I think about all the work that went into it and how the earth produced it, and somebody had to craft this thing into something that I really enjoy. And I can't do that here. It had to come from somewhere else in the world, and I appreciate that. And it just gives me, I can relax, and it's peaceful. I can have a drink. I mean, this thing came from Nicaragua. This thing came from Hawaii. And those dogs came from, I don't know, some poodles and a Cocker Spaniel and a Husky, all mixed. So, but I enjoy that. The dogs love me when I'm done. They're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then when I get done, they're just, oh, I just want to kiss you and love you and be all over you. And it's just that unconditional love of a dog that if nothing else is real, if everything else is a lie, the dogs are truth. And that brings joy to me. And that brings happiness to my soul. And the fact that it does that means there's something bigger than just the day-to-day mundane things. There's something greater because it hits you right here. It hits you in a way, and just like when I'm mowing, you know, I started, and when I, you know, just talking about my buddy, I tear up because he made an impact on my life that I am forever different for knowing him, for having known him. And that intangible, that magic, that thing that we can't put our finger on, that our emotions react to, that hits our spirit, hits our soul at some level, tells me there's something greater. And even if everything else is a lie and all the names that were put on, you know, all the religious figures and, you know, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. Maybe we were lied to, but it doesn't change how I feel right now and how I'll feel in the future, because I'm experiencing those things that I enjoy right now and that move my soul right now. Now, it may be art, it may be music, which is art. It may be art that, you know, on canvas, on painted. It may be sharing time with someone else, whatever it is. I mean, it does something to you. It activates your soul and it hits you. And can't deny that. You know, that's real. And so if everything else is a lie, it really doesn't matter. I still got whiskey, cigars, and dogs. Because at the end of the day, at the end of my days, I'll still have those things. And I can enjoy those things right now. I'm not undermining my children, you know, or my wife, you know, trust me, it's not that. It's just that having those things gives me that solace, gives me that peace, those moments to where I can just walk away from everything and be at peace and enjoy those things and know that, you know what, everything's right with the world. It just is. Now, if the bombs are dropping, I still got whiskey, cigars, and dogs. You know, just a different way to enjoy them or escape reality. So I would not be afraid right now. I would not be apprehensive. I would let things go. And that's it. And trust me, I have a hard time letting things go. There are a lot of things that bother me. I overthink everything. I think Litecoin Lisa had a shirt today that she showed me or sent me, or maybe she posted it. Maybe she DM'd it. I don't know. She says, I'm going to get this, and it's, let me get back to you while I overthink this. I think that's what the shirt said. Trust me, I get that. That's me. I'm overthinking everything. You know, a lot of people just go out and do stuff, and I make mistakes. You know, by doing it, I overthink it. And this gives me an opportunity to not think. I shouldn't say that. It gives me a time to ponder and not worry. Whiskey, cigar, and dogs. That'll be the title. Whiskey, cigars, and dogs. So if you're scared, if you're worried, if you're upset, you know what? Just get out, get into nature. Go to PetSmart or something, love on a dog if you don't have one. You know, just take time to see those beautiful things that there are in the world. Those things that can make you feel pretty good. I'll tell you what, speaking of Litecoin Lisa, her meetup in Oklahoma City next week, if you want to feel good, that's a good place to be. It really is. We went on the road a couple of years ago, went to several places, did happy hour live. We do happy hour every Friday, if you don't know. Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel, you got to check it out tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time, live happy hour. We'll talk about the meetup that's coming up next Friday, 21st of April in Oklahoma City. Go to litecoinlisa.net, go to clintwestwood.net for all the details. You will not regret being there. Goes for a great person, Mommy Crypto, you know, it helps her, you know, she's sick right now and it's going to help her, you know, pay for some things that she needs. So all that money is going to help her. So come to happy hour, buy a ticket. If you can't, buy a ticket anyway as a donation. You can live stream and you can watch us live. Come to the event on Saturday. And Johnny Litecoin will be there, Bixweir will be there, Bitcoin Ben will be there. I don't know, maybe a couple other people there that we can't really announce yet. So, I mean, if you can get there, because you're going to share that community. You're going to have your spirit resonate with other people and you're going to feel good. You're going to be in one of those moments where it's like, if everything else was a lie, it doesn't matter. I'm surrounded by truth right now. I'm surrounded by real people. That's what these meetups are. And that's why I hang with the people I hang with. And that's why I drive 10 hours to get there. And I don't like leaving this place. Trust me, I'm happy. I don't want to have to leave. But I leave because when I'm there, it nourishes my soul. And it's a good thing. So you can lie to me about everything else, but I'm going to go seek out truth. And that's what I'll do. And that's what happens when we go to these meetups. And that's why you should come to Oklahoma City next week, April 21st on Friday and April 22nd on Saturday for the charity event. But on Friday, the happy hour, it's live. It's a great time. I mean, we're live. Litecoin Lisa and Clint Westwood are live. You know, it's not screen to screen. We're going to be sitting next to each other. I'm going to be giving her all kinds of crap. She loves it. Maybe. I don't know. All right. You should check that out. But everything that's going on, just let it go. Look inside. Get rooted with nature. And just trust yourself. Get right with yourself because you're connected to whatever you want to call it out there. Whatever that universal soul is, that spirit, that great spirit. Whatever name you want to give it. Doesn't matter if they lie to you and pull the rug on you and say, ah, that person, that God never existed. Ha, we fooled you. Doesn't matter because you know the truth. Because you know it's all in here. You can feel it. You can feel it. So trust yourselves. All right, I love you all. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Tomorrow's Friday. Join us on happy hour, 4 p.m. Central Time on Litecoin Lisa's channel. Trust yourselves. Love you guys and gals. Hope you have a wonderful night.